So we're just bringing you with us on this, guys. While we were switching the tyres over, I had oil all over my finger, and I'm running the 95 Pros. Sorry, let's frame that up a little bit better for you. I'm running the 95 Pros, and this left-hand one has left-hand front has emptied all of its internals all over the place. It's got oil all over the rocks and everything. Not happy. So we're gonna have a look. Has the seal pack gone, or what? I don't know how much we're gonna be able to tell. I haven't got any oil either, Jay. I'll just run it empty.
Oh, it's ready to read, is it?
Well, it's not really, but it's probably got a bit of nylock on it. So those little cheap nuts that you get that everybody throws away, I just put a little bit of nylock on the thread, and boom, you got a nylock nut. So it doesn't look like the main seal's gone.
I might have had a little bit of a
just like and it burped it out. No, it's lost all of its oil, Jay. Hopefully you can see what's going on here, guys.
I think that one's pissed. See it in there?
Yeah. But it would have been like, it would have been sat in there properly, because I checked everything when I rebuilt it. Oh, hang on a minute.
I'll say that inner one looks...
Hang on a sec, Jay. I think they have
Is there a retainer between the two of them?
No, I think when that goes down, once that locks down, there's a spring that holds it all in. Ah,
is that there?
That's what's happened.
That's come out.
The spring's come out, guys. So the seal pack hasn't failed. I wonder what could have done that then, Jay.
Well, let's put it back together if we can. And obviously we can't actually properly test it because we've got no more oil. No
oil, yeah. It's the only one of the only things I didn't... I've got some 5W40. My old banger burns oil, so I've got car oil. Can you see what you're doing? Because I
just about got that seal back in.
Yeah, but I've no idea how that spring goes in.
3 weeks later.
If you're looking for a really decent video on these shocks, someone who does a full tear down and isn't lazy like me, this is Crawler Canyon. Quick review, Rhino 95 Pro shocks, and this is the order that the pack goes in. Well, not exactly. So that is the order. So it's this first, then this one, then this one, then that one, and then the ring. But the key to getting it back together is to not have the shaft in. And because the thread is reduced significantly to the shaft size, there's no chance of you tearing the seals when you pop it back in. Just pop a little bit of oil on the shaft. I'm going to link to this much better video than mine down in the description. But as far as I know, nobody else has had the problem I've had. So fingers crossed, this is a one-off. Hopefully we can make this as short and as simple as possible. I will try to cut out any bits for you that are going to be long. There is the weird little clip that Rhino have chosen to use. So we are going to need to take off the rod end. Let's try to do this on camera for you guys. Let's grip right down the end. Something else that I've noticed when I've been working on these is that I'm sure once you've got this screwed all the way down, it does seem to slip like it's threaded. I don't know for sure, but we'll investigate that. So that blue seal that you see is because I'm not running springs. Something else that Rhino have already sorted by the sound of it is the inclusion of a lighter spring, because if you build your comp rigs like me, you do like to run them on as light a spring as possible. Actually, let's rephrase that. You like to build them as light as possible with regards to sprung weight. So I try to reduce sprung weight as much as possible. So it looks like that is coming out nice and clean, and that's the order that it'll go in and the way it'll go in. So let's just leave the seal pocket there. So first on is the black one with the inner ring facing upwards, and then you've got the like what looks like their own version of an X ring. I'm going to put them all with the top orientation up, and then there's an actual O-ring. Let's drop that guy onto there. I'm going to give these things a little bit of a clean, and then at the very top there is the bit that the C-clip, I can't get it to slide down. There we go. I wasn't gripping that with any force, it was just I'm just making sure there's no shape on that. So the problem that you'll have if you find yourself in a situation that I'm in is that because there's a bit of tension between the shape and the size of the seals and the pocket and the shaft, and as a result of that, if you do try to put the seal pack back together with the shaft in, you will find you have a little bit of problem, and that is because there's just a little bit too much tension, and all of these push this black part up towards the top where the ring goes, and then it just stops it having enough compression to pop the ring in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean down these parts, and then I'll cut in the bit where I've got to actually putting the seal pack back together and dropping that ring on. I've looked at a couple of videos on how people have managed to do it, and I'm hopefully going to try and show you how they go back together. So what I'm doing to do this is I'm just pushing it up to the top, and then I'm using my nail to tuck it in. It's really difficult to show these things, and in the video from Crawler Canyon, his hands were in the way, so you can't clearly see everything, but that is still one of the best videos, maybe the only video that has shown this all apart and going back together. There we go. Right, we've got that back in. Now the tricky part, of course, is getting this all out without losing the seal pack again. Let's grab my forceps. These are fishing forceps. They're very, very handy for holding on to nuts and stuff while you're fiddling, or while you're trying to tighten things up. etc. Right, so getting that out of there, if this helps one person gets one of their seal packs back together, it'll have been worth it. But let me tell you, in all honesty, this was really quite frustrating to do. And Jamie and I fiddled with it, which is why you got the 6 hours later transition. I'm just trying to pick this locking ring up. Right, that's helpful. The RC mummies put music on in the other room. Hopefully that's not going to get me copywritten. Oh, she shut the door. There we go. Right, so I'm just holding the rounded edge in while I try and... Mr. C said just use your fingernail to push the other edge in. And he said it won't ping itself across the room. Let's hope he's right. Because if this does ping, it's gone. Right, I'm gonna get me engineering glasses, guys, but I'll try and zoom in on that for you. So we went bent side in under the land, if that's what it's called. And then we did the square side, we just did push in with our nail. So Mr. C was right, the nail technique for the win. This is my engineering glasses. World's greatest dad. While I appreciate the sentiment, I'm not entirely sure I deserve that accolade. But nobody can accuse me of not trying. Okay, so that does seem to be fully under the land. I'm just gonna check this back edge. That seems to be in. I am a little bit flummoxed how that came out of there, if I'm completely honest. Maybe there was some sideways forces acting upon this in here. Maybe somebody hadn't been so fussy as me. Right, we're gonna put a little glob of oil on the seal pack. This is the oil I'm using. It's 300 CST, which is about 27.5 weight. So that is nicely lubricated. Gently. Oh, we tucked her hair in. Nope. Right, just gonna gently push that through. It will be a little bit tighter because of that X-ring that's in there. Oh, and look. At this point, I'm not going to be rebuilding it because just that little bit of pressure pushing that through has popped the ring out, and that's why it happened in the field.